Good evening, everybody. I'm Michael, along with Ron, and today's topic is getting back to usual. Can it really be done? Ron, what do you think about that?
I think getting back to business as usual,
Yes.
I don't think it'll be as it was before. It's just going to be something new and different for all of us. I think we're going to be facing great inflation on many things, and some things are going to go down. Like, I believe housing is going to go down, and paper products up, a lot of other products up, food will go up. Gasoline is going to go way up to make up for lost wages and lost profits. The American dream used to be owning a home. It's going to change. The American dream is now owning a carload of toilet paper. So everything is just going to be so different. But inflation's going to win out. Things aren't going to actually go down in prices right now on some things like gasoline and all that. But it's going to be quite a different world. It's going to be a struggle.
Yes, I agree with you. That's going to be a struggle. I agree with you 100%. But the whole thing is, can we really get back to usual or not? I mean, how do we get out of the depression that we're in now? I mean, really going to be hard for everybody to do this. Don't you think?
The question is, how safe is it? How safe is it to get out of this mess and get back to some of the things that were? I mean, are we still going to have to stand 6 feet apart? Like 6 feet apart or 6 feet under? Are we going to still have to wear masks? Are we still going to have to get takeout at restaurants rather than go in and sit down? Are they going to have to space people out in the restaurants, like allow fewer people in the dining areas and space everybody out so that they may or may not affect one another? It's going to be a quandary. There's going to be a lot of regulations put in place still. It's not going to be business as usual.
I know there's one thing that I wouldn't even try. I wouldn't even try the vaccine, okay, that they have. You know, how can you be so right as to say it's going to work only after a month's trial? You can't really be that sure about it now. A month's time. A good clinical base trial takes years. Doesn't take just 1 month. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think the trial will be right on the people directly. I believe different groups of people will get different shots. I think they'll come out with a few different shots. Different ones for Hispanics, different ones for Caucasians, different ones for blacks, different ones for Asians, and just try it on different people and see the effects of it until they come out with something that they think everybody can take.
So what you're saying then, Ron, what you're saying is that you think it's going to work only after having a 30-day clinical trial with the vaccine. That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying I think they're gonna have to test a lot of different people with it that know they're being tested. I don't think it's fair that you line up for a vaccine, think it's going to work, and they give you that shot, and you're going to get deathly sick. Possibly. I don't think that's too fair. I think it has to be tested for quite a period of time. It talked about a year, and we're trying to rush through in a month or two.
Exactly. Exactly my thoughts. How can it be proven to work in only a month's time? A good trial takes anywhere from 2, 3, 4 years before the FDA even thinks about approving it.
Yeah, well, the FDA is not in charge anymore. FEMA's in charge. So they're going to do what they please. And I don't know that it's going to please us.
Well, unfortunately, we're not the ones with the say-so, I'll tell you. That kind of sucks. But, hey, you can't bite the cord that fell out of the apple. So, what more we got to say about that? You know, this is a bigger deficit that we're in now. The government's really in a deep deficit. How do you think we're going to get out of that?
Pay higher taxes?
Ain't no
I
doubt.
remember these camp provinces and everything like that we would go straight across the board taxes. You know, like whether it was going to be like 15 or 20% straight across the board for everybody, and never mind all these loopholes and all that kind of thing. And right now, I'll tell you, when you think of the tax, I mean, if you think a loaf of bread doesn't have tax on it just because you buy it at a store, you're charging a tax on that. So there's plenty of taxes added to that loaf of bread to get it to market and the trucks and everything. The gasoline they had to buy to get it there, all the taxes on gasoline, the handling of it, people's wages to get it sold to you. There's plenty of taxes on that loaf of bread. Some people think the United States collects about 70 to 80% in taxes, maybe more, with total income. 70 to 80% because of taxing over and over and over again on everything and everybody. So I don't know that we have the fairest tax system in the world right now. And it could only get worse.
Well,
so it'll get worse before it gets better, I'll tell you.
Well, maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Only point is, wait and see.
We're certainly going to be in it.
And you know, which brings an additional thought to my mind. Ron, just want to ask you, don't you think prices are going to go down instead of up, being that we're in this pandemic now?
No, there are people that are going to take advantage of a lot of things, businesses and gas is down way far down now. Gasoline is down, but once we get things cranked up again and we've got planes in the air, trains, trucks, whatever we have going, buses, and gas prices, I believe, go way over the $3 price of the regular gasoline anyway, that we've been used to paying for. It's going to go up. I've mentioned it before, I think housing will probably go down somewhat. I don't know how far down, but it could, because a lot of people aren't going to be thinking they can afford a new home and everything. And most people are probably going to rent. Let's see, what else could well, definitely paper products are going to stay up there. I think there's things that are going to bounce around in prices and everything. Food's definitely going to go up. I can't see that it won't.
Well, which brings me to, should people go to the store and shop? No, I believe the safer method would be have your food delivered to you by one of these local delivery agencies. That's the safer route to take instead of going into a store. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, right now, I think many people are used to going to the store with masks on right now until the coast will be clear. 6 feet apart. You see how the stores are marked out now where they want people to adhere to that. The clerks will walk up to you and tell you if you're doing something wrong. So, well, not all the way up to you, but shout out to you that you should be further back and stand on the marks and things like that. I'm just wondering how they're going to handle reopening restaurants. Whether they're going to allow fewer people in the dining rooms, they have to spread out. And how are you going to eat with a mask on? I mean, that's going to be pretty difficult.
Well, that's going to be a kicker right there. I want to see that one be done. Someone eat with a mask on, okay, and the gloves on. You know, that should be a kicker right there.
It's nothing's going to seem normal anymore for quite a while, unless this virus disappears.
Exactly.
So, what do you have in mind for what might be acceptable as being normal now?
Well, I'll tell you what I think. I think President Trump has done a fantastic job so far in giving each and every family stimulus money. He didn't have to do that, but they're going to see how hard he is doing this. And there's talk about working on another stimulus check to help the American people out. I think that's fantastic. I think it's a great move by the president. I really do. All this, he doesn't have to do it, but he will. He'll try.
Was it really his idea? Was it Congress's idea, or what, to do this? Was it the House Senate?
No one really knows whose idea that was.
Yeah. Well, he had to sign off on it, and he did without hesitation.
Oh, I'm sure.
But, sure, that's going to help some people, but it really puts the country in deep water. That alone might be causing inflation. It just adds to the national debt. And I don't think we'll ever have a balanced budget again.
No, that's never going to happen. Not in anybody, not in my lifetime, or my daughter's lifetime, or your lifetime. That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Every year, if you notice, the deficit gets higher and higher and higher, and we never get a chance to get out of it. Well, Ron, it's time that we say thank you to our first responders. We think you're doing a knockout job. We do appreciate everything you've done for everybody, especially our men in blue also, and our women in blue, may I add, and our militaries. Well, Ron and myself want to take this time to tell you, stay safe. Do the proper things. Wear a mask. Wear gloves when you go out into stores. All right. Until next broadcast, keep safe. Take care of yourself. Until next broadcast, on behalf of Ron and myself, we wish you a very good night. And until next time, don't forget, I'm Mikey D, and that's Ron. The big mouth in the background. Good night, everybody. God bless.